Today guys, I was going to do a review of this new Mipu board, but unfortunately we received some really sad news. It seems like one of the guys in Electric Skateboard Club, a group that I founded, has passed away. Now in that light, it just didn't seem right to put out a review video today, so I thought we'd take some time and do a quick review of e-skate safety. So yesterday we received a message, a very sad message in Electric Skateboard Club on Facebook from Randy's sister telling us that he'd passed away. Let me read an excerpt. On Easter Sunday, she says, Randy was out for a ride on his GTX in his neighborhood, literally 4 houses from his. Somehow he flew off his board. The impact was directly to his head and he died on impact. The brain injury was so severe it fractured his skull and shifted the midline of his brain and compressed it into his brainstem. She says, I only tell you this because it can happen to anyone. He wasn't wearing a helmet because he was right out in front of his own house. He loved this hobby so much, but this hobby took his life. And Randy certainly isn't the first guy to die falling off an electric skateboard. There's been others, I won't mention any names, but there was another guy from the west coast of the USA. I realise that a lot of people getting into electric skateboarding are new and they might not even know what gear to wear. So let's take a quick run through of the kind of safety equipment you want when you're riding an electric skateboard. So first off, and most importantly, you're going to want a helmet to protect your head. You don't need an expensive helmet. Even a cheap bike helmet will give you a good level of protection. Next up, you're going to want some pads to protect your body on impact. Knee pads. Yet again, if you don't have much money, you can get some cheaper pads from China that will still give you a level of protection. Elbow pads and wrist guards are usually a good idea too. Another thing I use is gloves to protect my hands. And if you're going to take your board up to high speed, there are some other items you might want to consider as well. Impact shorts, they help you protect your back and posterior at high speed impact. And you can also get an impact motorcycle jacket that has pads built into the shoulders and the arms. I also know the reason a lot of people don't wear pads is not because they don't have any, because they just don't like the way they look. But really, you can fit them under your hoodie like I've done, and you barely even notice I've got them on at all. Now don't think I'm preaching to you guys, because I've definitely been guilty of not wearing any pads or helmet myself a few times.
Battery gets charged as we're braking and going down the hill. It's got a lovely white deck and the trucks are set up for some good carving already. Alright, in this episode guys, we're going to be testing out a Baldwin Apex 107mm monster board wheels.
I just figured I didn't need to. I'd seen loads of skateboarders not wearing any pads or helmets or any protection at all. But I think now I've realised that electric skateboarding is a lot more dangerous. I also know what a lot of you more experienced guys are thinking. You've already got pads and a helmet and it's not going to happen to you. But just remember what happened to Randy. He just stepped out in front of his house and rode around a little bit without a helmet, and look what happened. Make sure this doesn't happen to you.
Oh man. Robbie. Oh shit.
So guys, let's put an end to this seeming spate of e-skate deaths and get the safety message out. When you're riding your board, think helmet and pads. Now it's probably a really difficult time for Randy's family right now, so we've set up a memorial GoFundMe link down below. Even if you can't donate a lot, I'm sure even a small amount would let them know you cared. So I don't want to be a killjoy here, but when you're having fun riding your e-board, just remember your safety gear, because the consequences of not doing so, they can be deadly.